Thunder is good. Thunder is impressive. But it's lightning that does the work. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Looks like we're continuing this downward trend. I mean, we got a few coins that are, picking up a little bit in value. Looks like we got Ripple up almost 3%. Definitely not the one I thought I'd be seeing gains out of today. But, all right, let's run through this real quick. Don't get bummed out, you guys. All right, it's just today's price. It's not the price of 2020. It's not the price, in the future when you plan to sell. I wouldn't sell today. All right. We got BTC coming in at $7,588. That's down 4.4%. I know. Ugh, it hurts. It hurts. I know. Not that big of a deal, though, right? I mean, we see, volatility 5-10% up and down in Bitcoin price all the time. So much positive momentum coming. I mean, it's only August 1st. We still got a little ways to go in the rest of this year. We got Ethereum coming in at $424. That's down 2.8%. Like I said, we got Ripple. They're up a little bit, coming in at 44.8 cents. I mean, that's up 2.99%, so pretty much 3. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at 766. That's down 3.1%. But hey, who was fortunate enough to make it here with us today? Well, we got Samantha over there in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
Please go ahead, pile up your questions. Let me know what you got going on. If you're one of those people that gave me a thumbs down yesterday, let me know why, please. I hate it when I see extra thumbs down. I know I can always count on James Bonds' thumb down, but when I start to see, an extra 1 or 2, I want to know what I'm doing wrong. I definitely want to keep improving the show. I definitely want to keep, getting out here, keeping the passion alive about cryptocurrency. All right, so we got EOS coming in at $7.30. It's not down all that much, but I mean, we seen $10, $12 not that long ago. I know I'm a little underwater on it, besides the donation that I received that I can't thank the person enough for. We got Stellars coming in at 27 cents. That's up 0.28. Not really that big of a deal. We got Litecoin sliding backwards almost 1%, 0.9, coming in at $78.04. We got Cardano at 14.2 cents. That's down 0.5%. And let me see what we got going on with my Steam and Steamback dollar, because today is my payout, so I'm dollar cost averaging that stuff once a week with your guys' generous upvotes over there at Steam. Coming in at $1.27. That's down 2.9%. Not the $1.40 that we've been holding on to as of recently. I mean, I can't complain about free cryptocurrency, especially when I've been dollar cost averaging it, not having to take money out of my pocket to continue to make my BTC wallet fatter. But what are we looking at with the Steamback dollar if we're using this as some sort of metrics to let us know what's going on with the altcoin market? Not making any move, huh? $1.12 has some sideways action at the moment. Definitely telling me that these altcoins can slide down just a little bit more, right? So what do we got going on over there in the chat, Samantha? Am I all by myself out here ranting about this crazy internet money?
No, there's people here. We have Andy Anderson. We have the Rickest Rick. We have
guys.
Tomcat.
Hey, nice, Tomcat.
We have
How you doing,
Gene
buddy?
Baker. Hi, Gene.
Hey, Gene.
We have Terrence.
Now, I wonder if Gene's real name is Eugene, because I know a lot of people like to use Gene for short. I've never been one of those people to like to be called Gene. I like my name is Eugene, so.
Oh, and we have Paul Rouleau.
We know we can count on him to always be here. Anybody got any questions, or are we going to just jump right into this news?
No, there's Rickest Rick is saying that it needs to drop to 2K so that he can get a whole bunch, and then everybody else is saying, no, we'll touch it at 2K, and,
you had your chance at 2K. I mean, that time came and went last year.
Oh, and Gene Baker, yes, he is Eugene. He is also a Eugene.
I love coming across people with the same exact name. I don't usually find them very often, but it's definitely a strong family name. It is my father's and my son's. All right. So
we have Bitcoin Crypto News Education is here too. Also says good morning.
Good morning, buddy. You got to go check out his Facebook. He's out there moving and shaking. He's keeping in motion, as Adam Meister likes to say. He has these little 1-minute videos that he does, about the cryptocurrencies and what they are. I mean, the number even shot up. I think we're at like 17 or 1,707 or 8 or 9. They constantly keep adding to those cryptocurrencies. Those altcoins aren't going anywhere. That's why I keep telling you I'm not turning a blind eye to it. But Crypto News Education out there also, he's going to be having his own show starting up August 20th at 9 a.m. So it'd be a pre-show right before this one, because I know that he's down in the South Florida area. All right, so let's dig into some of this news. What do we got going on? Well, What do you want first, Sam? You want the good news, the bad news, or the main story?
I'm a bad news kind of
All
girl.
right, well, let's dig into the bad news. Unfortunately, we know South Korea's, I mean, they're the big pumpers on the price, always have been, it seems like. And I mean, the government over there, they want your crypto, or at least they want to start taxing it a lot more than they are. They've been fairly lax. They have had like these, tax breaks for small and medium-sized businesses. They didn't charge them capital gains tax quite like we see here in the United States. And that's pretty much all going to be coming to an end. They're looking at some tax law amendments over there. So, I mean, I don't think this is why the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are down, but this is definitely another one of those things that's putting a little downward pressure on the cryptocurrency price. I mean, the people in South Korea are seeing the tax gains or the tax, things they're going to have to do in the future, looking forward to next year. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't make me want to get out of crypto, but it'd be something I definitely start keeping my eye on to see if I can't store some necessarily in places where I wouldn't have to pay taxes. But I'm a little devious like that at times. Is that James Bond's logo?
Oh, it is James Bond. Yep. And Silver Crypto is also here now.
Hey, James Bond.
Favorite troll.
I know. Thanks for coming out, buddy. I appreciate it. I've been dropping by your videos. I can't necessarily sit there and watch you ride a bike around, but I think it's cool that you're out there and getting in motion and, doing something that you're passionate about as well, too, buddy.
I don't know how he stays all covered up. It has to be so freaking hot.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I wear one of those things on my face when I ride the bike, too, and they're like microfiber. So, but I mean, when you start pouring sweat, because I used to wear one, too, when I did landscaping. Oh, man, those are real hard to wear when they're getting soaking wet from, you sweat the most from your head and everything. All right, so what else we got going on? Well, this one might interest us a little bit more, Samantha. Talking about Tron and talking about their pairing with BitTorrent. I mean, this one has been out there for a little bit, so I mean, they kind of hyped this news out beyond what it actually was, because we all knew that they had already acquired BitTorrent. But I mean, even though it's not the biggest news out there, I think that there might be something behind this one a little bit, just because before cryptocurrency, that is the space I was in. I was a big, torrent person and, Pirate Bay and all that good stuff, and making sure that you could go out there and get any kind of digital media for free. I'm not going to get into exactly all that I did, but I made sure that things went well for me as well. They're looking at trying to put the BitTorrent and Tron together and make it a nice pairing. They're looking at being able to go ahead and pay people to seed. Because that is a big problem when it comes to torrenting. A lot of people are willing to grab the free information, but then they don't like to leave their computer on seeding, especially in fear of the law coming down and getting on them about it. And I mean, if you look at the laws, you could actually pay some quite hefty fines or actually spend some time in jail for stuff like that. So, don't go out there and do anything illegal. There's nothing worth spending time in prison. That place is horrible. All right. Some people don't think it'll work. I do. Because, I mean, let's just say I've never really shared. I spend a lot more time taking than I spend giving, but I could see that if this was much more of like a cryptocurrency mining situation, and I could just, have, hypothetically, if I could just download the most important and seeded and leached stuff out there, and I could post it, and I could get paid, some Tron for doing it, I might get at it too. With my broadband out here, I'm not going to do me any good. But I mean, I can see the people out there, anything that's going to make cryptocurrency is amazing, because that's what people are going to do. That's why this stuff's going to become the money of the future. A lot of people would like to work through turning their computers towards it instead of actually having to get out there and, get the calluses on their hand and wipe the sweat from their brow because they're working so hard. So, I mean, what do you think about it, Sam? I mean, do you think people are going to want to leech, or you think people are going to want to seed more if they were to receive a cryptocurrency, or do you think that there's enough people out there already supporting, the seeding side of uTorrent or BitTorrenting? And
well, I don't know, because like when Pirate Bay came out and said that they were like secretly, mining Monero, and then everybody, I mean, people still use it. So it's like, as long as you know that they're doing it and you have the choice, I mean, like you said, I mean, we don't seed. Like, if we are to do those things, we don't share with others. So, I mean, it could be incentive. I mean, it could be incentive for someone to be like, ah, let me keep it on for an hour or two, just a little, see what happens. And then once you actually see if it does give you Tron or does do any of that, I mean, it could.
I mean, I'm not a big Tron supporter, but I mean, if the price picked up and stuff, and I mean, if this stuff started taking off and we started getting more dApps on it, I could see it helping to grow with the adoption and usability of the situation. All right, let's stop and check in with the chat for a moment before we get to my main news article here.
Oh, James is just trolling away, saying bye. Hi, so low, you know.
That's always how I do it, James. Let me tell you, I go out there and I punch that time clock. Well, actually, Samantha's out there punching that time clock now for us, but she's out there punching that time clock because we want to give you guys, you know, all the money. That's why we do it. Trust me, James.
James says 10 years and still working on becoming money of the future. I mean, how long do you think it's going to take?
I know, right? It's gonna be a light switch one day. Everyone's gonna be
bam. We're all enlightened bills. And we're all in crypto.
Let's move off of this.
Oh, the turkeys and the dog are fighting.
Sean, hey.
Yep, it just got real.
Knock it off. All right, let's get back on topic here. All right, so what are we looking at? Well, we're looking. Did you go to the consensus conference? Did someone steal your cell phone? Was your SIM hacked? Are you missing millions of dollars in crypto? I mean, apparently this really happened. I didn't really know anything or hear anything about this, but supposedly on July 2nd in California at the LAX airport, they went ahead and arrested this guy, this 20-year-old guy, on quite a few charges here. It looks like 13 counts of identity theft, 13 counts of hacking, and 2 counts of grand theft. And they're saying that they got 40 victims registered at the moment. They're looking at there's possibly even more. People didn't necessarily come forward. I think they were probably more ashamed that they got hacked than anything else. But what we're looking at is that we have one 20-year-old gentleman and an unnamed associate were walking around consensus back in May. They were going ahead and stealing people's SIM cards, like forcing it over, cloning phones type deal. And they went ahead and they used Google authentication. They hacked into the exchanges. They hacked into the hot wallets once this was done. And they were looking like they accumulated about $5 million in crypto. I mean, wow, right? I mean, that's a lot of money for not really a lot of work. And it doesn't sound like it was all that hard to do. I mean, this is why protection of your cryptocurrency, going ahead and keeping it in some sort of cold storage when you have large amounts like this is very important. People aren't going to learn until they get hacked, right? I mean, that's how things are. That's the way human nature is. You don't do something to prevent something until it actually does happen. So how did they go about doing this? How did they end up going about getting caught? Well, besides the fact that they went ahead and they hacked their phones, the guys got stupid, apparently. They went and got a little too personal, and they started texting the mother, and they started texting one of the guys' daughter, saying that your husband and father need to send us Bitcoin. The man went to the police, which I do not blame him at all. If anybody threatens your family, I mean, I give you full permission to do whatever you need to do to protect your family.
You took your money. Like,
yes. Yes.
You need to just go one little extra, right?
So, that's right in front of the camera. All right. So, they went ahead and threatened the family, pretty much saying that they wanted to get some Bitcoins. They went to the police. When they went to the police went ahead. They, dug into it a little bit. They were able to prove that it wasn't him using the phone. Then they sent some warrants off to Google. They dug it deeper into that. They were able. The guy had a Gmail account. I mean, once again, you're smart enough to hack these cell phones and steal their SIMs, but you're not smart enough to get over to Proton Mail or something. Well, they went ahead, they got his Gmail account, they read through his emails, they seen all kind of evidence of what he was doing. They even got a photograph of him holding his driver's license that he had to send off and register at an exchange. So they went ahead and they picked him up at the airport as he was trying to fly on out to Europe, holding his nice Gucci bag that he just got done from his shopping spree. And now he's in jail. And, of course, once his Miranda rights were read to him, instead of being a smart individual and keeping his mouth shut and going and getting himself a lawyer and paying him in this $5 million worth of cryptocurrency he's holding, he goes and spills the beans a little bit, saying that he has, millions of dollars in cryptocurrency and not giving up the name and saying that he does have an accomplice. I mean, ridiculous way to get caught. Bad that it happened in the first place. I mean, but people aren't going to learn until this does happen to them. All kinds of mixed feelings on the situation. I mean, I don't want to see anybody get ripped off, but I want to see people definitely learning their lessons and getting out there and seeing. So hopefully, as I get out here and I tell you guys this story, it's a situation that you can learn from someone else's mistakes, and you don't actually have to go out and make these mistakes to learn it yourself. I mean, it's always better to learn from someone else's mistakes and what they have going on. Here, I can take that paper so I don't flip up on the camera again. All right. So what is everybody in the chat thinking about this? What's their deal? What's their thoughts on this situation?
Well, we have Truth Monster here now. And
hey, buddy, thanks for coming out.
Nomadic Giants here too.
Nice.
James Bond said almost the perfect crime.
I mean, almost. I mean, he probably got a little greedy when he went for the $5 million. I mean, if he would have just kept it at a smaller amount, it probably, like I said, not everybody went and turned him in. Not everybody went to the police. I'm assuming that it's a lot more out of shame. I mean, I know that if I actually did get hacked, I'd probably feel kind of bad, especially since I get out here and I tell you guys about keeping your cryptocurrency safe.
I know, right? These are
and my exit line is keep
there.
your BTC safe. Yeah, I mean, they're looking at one of them was a fundraiser of an ICO that he went ahead and got all the funds from. But at the same time, I don't understand why you're keeping that stuff on a cell phone wallet, or I mean, cold storage, people, cold storage for anything over, I mean, in my opinion, and what I do, I put anything over $500 definitely goes into cold storage. I would never keep, if you wouldn't keep that much money in your wallet, like in paper dollar bills, you shouldn't keep that much on your cell phone. I mean, and like I was saying, I think it was yesterday or the day before, you got to think like the rich. You got to think like the bank. You got to diversify your money into lots of different wallets so that if something does happen to one, you're only losing a small portion of your money and not, you know, the whole nut in one shot.
Yeah. Terrence said, tell them again to put it in cold storage. Yes. Yes. I mean, that's how you avoid people just walking past you and having
I know that everybody is out here in the cryptocurrency space is in here for different reasons, and they're doing different things. Some people are using this as passive income. Some people are trading. Some people are hodling long term. So depending on what you're actually doing is pretty much how you're going to be storing it. But I mean, at the same time, you gotta do your due diligence. I mean, once you start really making some money and you start understanding what's happening out here, even if you are a day trader, you know, pay the extra little fees, put it on a hardware wallet. I mean, Ledger Live is nice. I was just messing around with it again yesterday. I mean, I don't know how much more I can get out here and tell people that this cryptocurrency is going to be the money of the future. It's going to be worth so much more than what it is now. Don't sit there and look at it and say, oh, it's only $25 that I have. Could be $5,000 that you're holding right now. And what would you do to protect $5,000?
Rickus Rick says, when I got into computer hackers, we're a small community of nerds. Now every kid thinks that they're part of the inner circle. Yeah, it's true. Everybody's a genius now.
I know. I even have my son come out and tell me things that he thinks are like enlightening. And he's like, look at this Tor and the onion routing and la, 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 la. And it's like, oh, man, don't even like, please just come back over to crypto land with me.
JT Irby's here now. He says he's late. It's okay.
It's all right, buddy. I recorded it for you.
And we have Tech Lords here saying good morning.
Hey, buddy. So does anybody got any questions? Is there anything you want to shoot at me? I mean, I'll stay here for a few more minutes, do a little live Q&A. If you got anything you want to ask, go ahead and put it in the chat now. Besides that, I guess I'll go ahead and do one of my little spiels that I do at the end here, and then I'll stop back in and check with you guys. All right, you guys. I got all kinds of social media happening down there below. Come on over to my Twitter. I am over 900 now, heading towards 920. You know, I just started that up not that long ago, trying to make a big move on that and see what I can do about it, get it going. But, you know, right here on YouTube is where I'm getting the most views. Right here on YouTube is where things are going the best for me. We're over 2,000 people now. We're over 2,100 now. Thank you, Ben. I love it. I appreciate it. Every day I appreciate it when I see that number over 2,000 because it was under 2,000 for such a long period of time. But you know what you guys can do to help me out here? I got donational addresses down below. If you got some crazy cryptocurrency or altcoin that you want to give me, I'll let you have an address for that too. But you know what the best thing you can do is you can get on over to Steam and start collecting that free cryptocurrency for yourself. And then while you're there, you can give me an upvote. Hey, that's one of the best things I think you do to help me out without giving money out of your pocket. Oh, it's our
That's
dog.
Sean, yeah.
My dog's taking off down the road because we're on camera and not paying attention. Besides that, go ahead, comment down below. I'll be giving you a full upvote. I know it's only a couple cents, but that's why they got faucets out there. It all adds up over time. Like I said, I always got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes down there below. I'm actually getting so full of tools down there that I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm running out of space. I think I got 130, 140 characters left, and so they won't let me write anymore down there. I got things down there to help you start collecting the forks. Check out the Bitcoin, the Lightning Network, bad Bitcoins, the blocks. Get you going on Abra and Coinbase and Gemini. I mean, massive amount of tools down there. If you're new in the cryptocurrency space or you're trying to help out somebody new in this cryptocurrency space, send them to those tools. They are definitely there to help everybody, and I'm not really getting a kickback on any of it. I know there's some Amazon associate links. I haven't made $1 off that in a long time. Not trying to. They're probably going to be the first thing to go when I finally come up with some more tools to plug in there. Because you know what my main reason for being here is? It's the help desk. All right. I love the help desk. I mean, that's my main feature. That is why I'm getting out here every day. You can go watch anybody to get a little bit of daily news. I know that my opinion, I'm not some Bitcoin guru, genius. Just an average guy trying to take care of his family. I've moved all my savings over in the cryptocurrency space, and it's done nothing but good things for me over the last 2 years. And I want to give back to the community, and my help desk is a way of doing it. But why are you going to send a letter to someone on a help desk when you don't know who they are? Well, you do know who I am. I'm Eugene Forrest right here. See me? You can shoot some questions in the chat. Samantha will answer them for you. All right. So what do we got going on over there, Samantha? Oh, my help desk. Eugene Forrest. 20@gmail.com. If you can't spell it, it's spelled down below. Forrest has 2 R's and Eugene is E-U-G. All right, there's no U-G. I love that one.
We have Rickus Rick saying, what are your thoughts about marijuana? But that's when he comes and says crypto and weed will be friends. Dispensaries are looking. I mean, yes.
Well, I mean, they have quite a few cannabis coin and hemp coin and pop coin and everything else. You know, I think that if they actually started using Bitcoin and the Lightning Network, I think it'll do much better for them than having their own currency. I don't know. I think here in America, it's a big deal. You know, I'm not going to tell anybody not to get out there and smoke marijuana or whatever. I mean, they're saying that there's so many medical benefits and that the United States government has been downplaying it and just making it seem worse than what it really is. You know, you see those things all the time that it's, you know, twice as or 5 times better than an aspirin for inflammation and minor pains. My problem with it is that usually when you think of marijuana, you think of teenagers smoking weed, sitting on the couch, doing nothing, playing video games. I am very anti-lazy. I definitely agree with the Bitcoin Meister when I say, you know, we all got to be in motion. We all got to keep moving. You know, you're not going to get anything accomplished just smoking marijuana, sitting on the couch, you know. But, hey, if that's how you relax at the end of the day over drinking an alcoholic beverage, you know, power to you. I hear alcohol is really bad. I try not to do anything like that because, once again, I'm looking to try to live forever.
JT Irby is asking, when is the Ether fork? I don't know.
Ethereum fork? For what? I don't even actually know exactly what you're talking about, buddy. I love it when you guys can teach me something new.
Tech Lord said he bought items using the Lightning Network this morning.
Awesome. I got a link down there below to help you find the stores that are on the Lightning Network and donational addresses for places that are taking donations on Lightning. It's down there below. It is a great tool. There's even some games you can play for a single Satoshi. Go talk to Vincent MGTOW. He's really been on this Lightning Network stuff. You got to go over and check out his channel and subscribe over there. I mean, great MGTOW guy. Definitely out there. I mean, I loved watching him make Apple Crispy the other day. Reminded me of home a little bit.
We have Bitcoin Crypto News Education saying going to jail is a disciplined way to get you to hodl.
That is true.
Right?
Go do 3 to 5. You'll be rich on the flip side. Well, I mean, that might not necessarily be true because, I mean, I've had family members that have went into jail and done stints of time. And, you know, I know things about jail and stuff. I don't know how TV and stuff like that. They get cell phones in there. I mean, you could be sitting in jail on a butt phone and be, you know, trading crypto from your cell as long as the guard don't come catch you. I don't know how you're going to go about keeping your 24-word phrase safe, but, I mean,
Oh, JT is saying that Ethereum is testing code for a hard fork.
Now, see, I had heard that it was going to be at the end of 2019 that they were delaying the hard fork and stuff for the scaling debate. I know personally right now I got a transaction that's been sitting out there for like 15 or 16 hours because I don't like to pay transaction fees. I mean, that's one of my personal things. I think transaction fees is garbage. You know, they shouldn't be crazy. So I sent a transaction and I paid a half a joie or joule or whatever you want to call them. And it's been 15 hours and it still ain't gone through. I mean, that's pretty upsetting. To me, it shows that they got tons of scaling problems. And it's just like, I've been here long enough in the space where when Ethereum came out, they were all like, oh, we can scale. We can do this. We're so much faster than Bitcoin. I know I could send a transaction last night for, I mean, a half a joie when I sent it was like 1.5 cents. And 15 hours and it's not done. I mean, I could go and send a Bitcoin transaction for 1.5 cents. It would be done. It would be through. I mean, it may take an hour or 3. But I mean, it's going to be doing a hell of a lot better than what it's doing right now on the Ethereum network for sending a transaction for 1.5 cents.
We have Andy Anderson saying, I'm going to hack myself. That'll teach me. Gotta love it, people.
I love you guys for coming out here and having a cup of coffee with me in the morning. I mean, please like, share, comment on this video. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I mean, I'm just here to help you guys. But as always, I got to get going. I got to get my hustle going. I got to go buy a new car, figure something out for Samantha.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here. All right. Thank you so very much. Please use my... Oh, I got to plug the EDC. I keep forgetting about it. I really want to get to this event. All right, you guys. I took a page from World Crypto Network's book. Went and got a tally, you know, to help keep track of it. I set it at the USD value because we're actually looking for the fiat, not the Bitcoin price, because Bitcoin price is going up and down, up and down. Looking for $600 to buy me and Samantha tickets to get us into EDC. It's Electric Daisy Carnival. They have it at Tinkerfield. It's a great event. Thousands and thousands of people show up to it. We want to run around there. We want to pass out flyers. We want to talk to people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We will definitely be bringing you video if we can get out there and make this happen. The link is, I think it's the top link because this is my #1 like priority with trying to get things done with the show and stuff. So please donate just a little bit to that if you can. I mean, it's over 90 days away. So that's why I'm starting it so early so that, I mean, I'm not a big fundraiser. I hate getting out here and begging or anything like that. But if you guys can do anything to help me go get more cryptocurrency people in the space, I mean, it's awesome. All right. I mean, you can send as little as a quarter or 50 cents, and I would be very happy and satisfied with that donation. The only other thing I got going on is that I'm looking for people to want to come out here and get on air with me. If you don't want to show your face, that's okay. I've already blasted it out on my Facebook, trying to get some of my family members. I was trying to get my grandfather out here, you know, to see what old school money thinks. I mean, he served time in the military. He worked for a nuclear plant as a safety inspector for a while. And I mean, he was also had like a small dairy farm that he ran for a bit. So, I mean, he knows money. He knows all about hard work. I was trying to get him out here. Maybe he's watching this video and I can nudge him along a little bit more. I love you, Grandpa, if you are. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here, taking the time to watch this video. Use my free help desk service. If you know somebody new in the cryptocurrency space, pass my free help desk service along to them. But you know what's most important? You keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.
Great.